Okay, so as you can see, that thing is very, very fast, and we're gonna slow it down. Now, this is one of those things that I am doing just to help kind of slow it down. Okay, so this is the process that I go through when I mag the reel. Before anything else, I'm not a real technician. I am not an expert. Okay, so yes, it's not the proper way of doing things. But what I want to do is to actually just slow it down a little bit. Now remember that this is a Fathom 40. It has centrifugal brakes. And what I want to do is actually just slow the spool down a tad bit with some magnets. And I'm going to show you how I did it to this reel. All right. So for you guys that are new, welcome to the channel. And I do DIYs and fishing tips, tutorials, tips. Let's get on with this. Okay, so let us start and crack this thing open. Now, still kind of too fast. So what we're gonna do is we're going to. By the way, before we start, these are magnets from AliExpress. All right. There's 3 millimeters thickness, 2.5. And 1. Okay, so there's 2, 2.5, and 1. So we're gonna see exactly which ones we're gonna use so that this reel slows down. And I'm thinking probably these guys right here. 2.5s are a bit too much. Ones are kind of too little. What I'm gonna do is we're gonna check exactly how many magnets we need. I mean, I'm thinking probably just 2. And if that's not enough, we'll add more. So there's 2 magnets here now. Well, actually 4. And they are placed right here. All right, so you can see that there are the magnets there. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is take the ones that are on here first, take them off, and then replace them with something that's a bit thicker and see if there's a difference in the spin time. So what I've done was to actually cut out rectangles of these, and they're kind of rigid, but they're not too rigid. But I just used them as a backing plate and actually put 3 placements, and that's it. These are 5 millimeter magnets, and the thickness that I have on there, there's one that's 3, and we're putting on 2 millimeter magnets. Let's see if it doesn't rub. Now, most important thing to remember here is that this is not the right way of doing things. Okay, I'm not an expert in this. There are a lot of experts that you can find on YouTube that do this professionally. What I want to do is just get a bit of help for the centripetal braking system that's already installed here. Okay, so I have to center. And yeah, that is way better than the last one, which spun forever. All right, so what I'm gonna do is I am going to screw this in close, and we're gonna do a spin test to see exactly how fast or how much it's slowed down, and then we can compare the two side by side and see if we actually need to add more. Now, like I said, I just need a bit of help from the magnets and not have the magnets be... There we go. So that's actually pretty good. So we are going to time that. So last one was about 1485. Okay, so let's start this. This spins for about 3 seconds or so. Okay. Oh. There we go. Okay. So, yeah, that's actually pretty good. And you can see that even if I back this off a bit, okay, if I back it off all the way, the magnets hit the spool, but this one, okay, there we go, tiny bit of play. Even with that, okay, it significantly slowed down. Okay, so if you put it sideways, there's some rubbing with the magnets, but okay, adjust. There we go, and that's it. All right, so this is the loosest that it would go, and we'll see exactly how fast it goes. Okay, so yeah, it slowed down significantly from the other one. All right, so let's do this. So the delay was about a second. So there we go. So yeah, that thing with the magnet actually helped it out. Satisfied with this, I'm gonna go with this, and that's it. So yeah, guys, again, if you're on a budget or if you're stuck somewhere and want to actually kind of slow down your reel, this is a way that you could do it. All right, so there's only 4 magnets there, and I actually kind of juggled around with a few. As you could have seen when I opened it, there were 3 placements there, and I kind of juggled around with a few configurations until, I settled with this. Tried it out, it was still too fast, and then when I actually put the thicker magnet and just played around with the tension knob, I got this one, and it has just a tiny bit of play. So I'm really confident that when I cast out, the magnet would have an effect, plus the centrifugal brakes would actually do their job and would help me out a lot without losing a lot of distance. So I'm gonna tighten this up, and that's how I mag my Penn Fathom 240.